Tell me about the first time you became a parent.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's the same time I became a parent, too.
Yes.
And you were in labor for 24 hours.
You know, it's a long story. Yeah, I was. I do yell sometimes. And
Not as much as me.
no, definitely not as much as you.
The dad view is like chaos central. All right, this is episode 5.
Is
of
it?
The Wind. It is.
Okay, it's like, that's wrong.
No.
It's not.
Coming from the guy who edits them all, and it's not wrong.
Okay, good, because glad you're in charge. Welcome back, everybody.
This is the 5th one. All right.
Wow, really? How cool is that?
Yeah, what's happening? Anything new? Anything new happening?
With me?
It's us, with you, with anything?
Yeah. I got the giggles.
Great.
It's late. Man, it's been a full day with the kids. Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Oh,
And so do they. They
hi guys.
want to know.
Had a long day with the kids.
Yeah,
it was
what
an
happened?
awesome day.
What'd you do?
Went to the pool,
Woke up
went to the library,
first.
woke up real early with my
6:30.
2-year-old. 6.
When I was there.
Yeah, but I was up at 6. But
6, okay.
I think I was in bed for 30 minutes or trying to get back to sleep. Anyways, anybody got kids? It's wonderful. But it's a
What's the deal? What's the deal with kids? What's the deal?
Well,
Sorry, that was my Jerry Seinfeld impression.
does it? Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
It's 10 o'clock.
PM, everybody, PM.
It's past our bedtime.
It is past our bedtime. We're
doing this
a
for
little
you
silly.
guys. We're not doing this for us.
We're doing this for Jesus.
He was included in the you guys.
Oh, the you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great day. But, man, I'm pooped. But I am
Okay, we only made it to 6:30 a.m. What happened after that?
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
really
here for
want to
most of-
know? Wow.
wasn't here
Well,
for most of it.
it was a long, beautiful day of mothering, which is something I do and partake in. And we had some really shining moments and some really hard moments. Today was a taxing day. Hey, moms out there, dads, you ever day with those kids where it's just like,
You ever had a day?
you ever have a day with those kids? I cannot
What's the
do.
deal?
They just are growing and pushing all the boundaries. And you're like, why on the day I'm so exhausted?
Of course, on the day you're so exhausted.
And so it's a time of falling back into Jesus and learning how to be patient. And also really sweet and wonderful. I really can't complain. I got to sit in a pool for a few hours and just like chill in a nice pool, and got to chill at the library and talk to a friend, and you know, I got to just be with my little children. And so what an honor it is to be a mom.
Well, that's
A queenly response.
no, that's just fitting because today we're going to talk about parenthood, family, and parenthood.
Wow.
Generally, you're getting a genuine reaction because she had no idea what I was going to say.
No,
never knows.
I never.
I think that's a very fun part of this podcast.
For you. I'm just kidding. I would.
It's fun for me because I don't know what I'm going to say either. I
Yeah,
think
no,
about
it is.
I think about it, and then I just wait and see what we're going to say. Mm-hmm. Not saying that's the best way to go about it, but that's the way we go about it.
I think it's working for us.
Air conditioner.
Oh, I brought a sweater.
It's working? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Parenthood. Tell me about the first time you became a parent.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's the same time I became a parent, too.
Yes, it certainly was. Guys, it really was. I didn't think that I could have babies. It was
I remember that part of the story.
amazing to realize I
Who
was
told you that? Who told you you were naked?
doctor. That's funny. Yeah, no, I had
Doctor told you.
Well, I had body problems. No, nobody told me I could never have babies.
No one told you that?
Well, my hormones didn't work. This is a long story. Do we want to open up this can?
Might as well. We're
briefly.
here. We got mics pointed at
Okay.
our mouths.
Yeah, I had issues with the eating disorder as a young person. Messed up my body, my hormones, my bones, and then I just couldn't. My hormones were jacked into my 20s. And I was just like, I guess I just can't have babies. I didn't want to have babies, though, because I was like, I'm a career lady. I don't want babies. I don't want any of that.
Also, you thought you would die young.
I did, yeah. I thought I was dying.
If you refer back to episode 1.
I was just a bit of like a James Dean. Just kidding. You know,
James
like,
Dean.
I'm cool. I'm an artist.
Okay.
I don't need anything.
I'm just going to die like Jimi Hendrix at 27.
Yeah, that was probably what I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. But I was really confused. Anyways. And then I started living a healthier life, came to the Lord, found my real match.
Who's that?
You silly.
Fred.
Who is Fred?
Your real match.
And then babies came very easily after that. Okay, so that's a testimony for anybody who was like, I can't have babies. Yeah, you can. That's God's design.
God is the maker of babies.
He
includes us in that in a really generous way.
It is generous.
God could have made food bland.
I know.
And
baby making
he
also
could have
bland.
made, that part of making humans bland, but he didn't. He made it spectacular.
It is spectacular. Yeah.
And so we met and we got married and we had a baby.
Little feather rose.
First baby. And first baby is like all the newness of all the things.
Yeah, everything is new and exciting and scary and confusing and stressful and amazing and fun and a shift. It's a big shift. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Speaking of shift.
Huh? Uh-oh.
Learning how to put in a car seat is a shift.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this picture I have of Jeffrey.
Insert.
Okay,
here.
so if any of you are parents, you know that when you put in a car seat, it has like those little hooks in the car. You're like, oh, it comes with a strap, and the car has hooks.
Yeah, built in.
Built in. Well,
Wouldn't know that.
if nobody ever tells you that, and you've never had a baby before, and maybe you just didn't read the
You might
instructions.
spend 3 hours looking for those hooks.
Yeah, and you did.
I don't know if I ever did.
Well,
maybe.
yeah,
All I
don't
know
think
is
you were
I found
looking
out
for them.
later.
Were you?
I definitely looked for them.
You looked for them.
And we have a photo of me, which is looks like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yeah, because it was in. I don't know if it was.
It was
so
summer. Let's see.
hot. Was it this? It wasn't the
It
summer.
was
We
close,
just
but it was
lived
hot.
in Southern California in the hottest place. It was like 95 degrees.
And I
was wrangling a car seat.
Yeah, I just was like 2 hours into this process and couldn't find it.
Finally, you hooked something up.
I found something, but
I don't think it was it.
I don't know what I figured out because I just remember I talked to my friend, your friend, Lucas, who already had 2 kids, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you just hook it into the little, and even on the seats they have like a little picture, a little dot, and then it's like car seat, and then you just put it in, and it's like."
I was just sitting up there looking out the window, like, man, wow, this is taking a while.
Yeah.
But finally, you champion.
Sweaty man.
Car seat.
Sweaty, hairy man.
He doesn't give up.
Emerged.
I'll tell you that about Jeffrey. Man
And
versus
so
car
we had
seat.
a baby, and so we had a baby.
Beautiful little perfect baby girl. And at home.
And you were in labor for 24 hours?
It's a long story. Yeah, I was. It was a doozy. Any moms out there? Yeah, we had her at
you went
home.
to the salad place?
Oh, yeah, there was like this mythical salad. Anybody have that? A mythical salad. Like, if you eat this salad, you will, within 24 hours, go into labor. And I was like,
Did it work?
No, it certainly did not work.
No, but you and many other moms were in there.
Pregnant ladies everywhere, and they probably sold a lot of salads. I didn't go into labor.
Where was that, in Silver Lake or something?
Toluca Lake, I think. Or was it Toluca Lake? Yeah, we're talking Los Angeles atmosphere. I would hike up and down a hill.
Well, that's
every day, trying to get a baby out.
Yeah, not just
I even went
to
a hypnotherapist. Yeah.
Mountain.
Yeah.
And then we had a baby, and what changed? Besides everything.
The center of my life immediately moved outside of myself. And that was a rude awakening for me, and also wonderful, but that's, I feel like, what happened. What about you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Meaning, expansion of meaning. My life is no longer my own.
Yeah.
My life is about I mean, when you get married, there's expansion of meaning.
Yeah.
Your life is no longer your own plus this one. But marriage is different because this one can also take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And it's your job to defend and protect and all the things you vow in marriage, but also this is an adult.
Right. Yeah.
And then when you have a child, it's like this one is helpless. So it's like they can't take care of themselves. Mm-hmm. The expansion of meaning, and like this is a whole life. This is a new life. This is like God's new child that has like infinite potential and possibility, and it's like on you that the scale and scope of that potential and possibilities on you.
I know.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, it's really amazing becoming a parent for the first time, and the sweetness and the love shift that happens to your whole life. The love shift,
Let's talk about this. Mm-hmm. We did it in a particular way. In our home, in a tub, water. Would you recommend?
I would recommend.
We spent a lot of time. Well, we had friends who did the same. So we had reference. Also, a lot of research that said this was a way that we should do it, or maybe a way that people used to do it.
Yeah.
That was like ideal. Yeah. Ideal in a way that was like supernaturally, spiritually, go on. Take the reins.
Giddy up, cowboy. I had friends who had home births, successful, cool home births, and I was never thought anything else. I'm like, well, I don't like hospitals, so that's what I'm going to do.
Well, and that's
so they were like my close friends, and they did it, and I was like, so that's what I'm doing. And it was wonderful. I really recommend it.
It was wonderful?
Well,
tell me about how wonderful it was.
You see how I kind of laughed?
I was there, too.
You see how I kind of laughed when I said, wonderful? Listen, I'm not going to scare anybody. No, I've had 3 awesome, successful home births in the tub with water, 3 perfectly healthy babies. I've been perfectly healthy. And so that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Perfectly wonderful. And I think home birth is wonderful. Getting to work with an awesome midwife, especially if you can find one who is a believer, and being in just the atmosphere of your own home, and it can be very safe, very free, very natural and beautiful, and you get to protect all those things. I'm sure there are times when people need to go to the hospital or feel more comfortable at a hospital, and that's great. There are some amazing hospital situations, but I think it's not a necessity always. And so I really enjoyed the home births. As far as there are aspects of labor that
gotten better
I didn't enjoy.
They've gotten shorter.
Yeah, shorter and more manageable, and understanding how to walk through labor.
Went from 24 hours to like 6 hours in the span of the
that first one I didn't
first to the second.
I didn't know. But there,
I just want to. I'm gonna add an antidote. So we spent like months and months listening to this hypnobirthing from this Australian lady.
You'll feel the surge.
The surge. Each surge contraction is bringing your baby closer and closer. And it probably works for a lot of people, but I just remember we were both sitting in that tub. Mm-hmm. You were in there more than me, but at some point I was in there, and the thing that we had playing for the last like 6 months was also playing, and we're 12 hours in, and this lady is still talking in the background.
Really loud.
And I was just like, what a crock. I just remember it was like on Dumb and Dumber when those guys, they missed the exit and they're like, John Denver's full of beep. It's like.
I will say this. I'll say this. Here's what I learned after the first one. Okay, there was a moment. Yes, we had been in that tub for a really long time. And I remember looking out the window and watching the sun go down. And I had started labor in the middle of the night. And I was like, fine, I guess I'm just going to be in labor forever. And I remember so
forever. Because it was already at that point like 40 weeks. Like it was like.
I was 42 weeks.
Yeah.
I almost had to go to the hospital. And then I just I literally just pushed my arms and I did I surrender. I'm fine. Okay, I don't care anymore. And then after I let go,
isn't that interesting?
I started to sleep between my contractions, and very soon after that, I was awoke. My body began to push the baby out. I was awakened, and I was so excited. I pushed twice. The baby was there.
I remember you said I can't before you did what you said you couldn't do.
Yeah, that's what I screamed as I pushed her out.
I can't do it. I did it.
That was a big learning experience, the first one. So anyways.
It's okay. It's easy for the husband to comment on the things that are happening.
Shh.
I was eating Chinese food over the edge.
Midwife was, he's in the tub and she's like, here. Feeding him Chinese food. Poor guy.
It was hot in that tub.
It was. You were there with me.
And it was a long time. And I had to do the things where I'm like giving you full eye contact and also massages. Massages and eye contact. Really
but then,
important.
Don't you remember the other two? I didn't make you do that stuff.
Well, it didn't seem to be necessary. I was there.
He filled up the tub.
I did all the things, but it didn't seem to be as necessary as the first one. They're like, you need to.
I know we're trying to do all the things. You need eye contact, hypnobirth.
You also threw up on my shoes.
Okay, do we really get that graphic? I knew something was going to happen.
Also, we threw up on my sandals as we walked up the hill. What?
Yeah, it was hard.
This is a podcast about being real.
Cut! Just kidding. Cut.
We took a walk up the hill in the middle of the thing, and
it
was vomiting.
Yeah, it happens.
Shoes, on my sandals, on my feet.
Stop. I don't want to scare people. Ladies, it doesn't always have to go that way. I don't think any
ladies
listen to this podcast.
I don't think any ladies are under any sort of preconceived.
I also have friends who've had supernatural.
Well, yeah, that's that. That's that too.
I've had there's been. It's just an interesting journey.
Yeah. It's okay. So that was the first one. Then we had a second one, and then we had a third one. Mm-hmm. And each of them were incrementally less time.
Yeah.
But that's not really the point. The point is, you're not a parent, and then you're a parent.
Yeah.
Of one, and then you're a parent of two, and then you're a parent of three. And the dynamic of not a parent and a parent. And then parent of more than one child. In our case, all female children's.
Yeah. Becoming a parent shifts everything. And then once you're in the parent world, then it becomes easier to add more babies.
Why is it important? Why is it meaningful? Why is it life-changing?
Why do you think? What would you say?
I'm the one to ask the question.
Sorry.
I think it's just like, everything we know about spiritual development, sanctification, fruits of the Spirit. You get all the fruits of the Spirit in being a parent.
You get to work on them all.
Yeah, you get to work on them all every day. Patience, the top of the list. Self-control. It's just little people who don't play by the same rules as we do in our 30s and 40s, and then you get to see, it's like a game. It's a game, like little people who just do whatever.
They do whatever.
And then what are you going to do about it? Like, I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. What are you gonna do about that?
It's a great character building exercise.
You're better at it than me. How do you do it better than me?
I have a lot more time with them to be.
That's not true. That's not the remedy. More time.
Oh, well, maybe to work on myself or work on it. You mean, how do you handle the moments of, like, there's going...
How do you keep it...
keep it cool?
How do you not, yell at everybody?
I do yell sometimes. And
not as much as me.
No, definitely not as much as you. But, I don't like yelling. And I don't think that it's necessary a lot. But I think that we parent with Jesus, like Holy Spirit is inside of us and with us. And so I kind of I think the places where I have grown as a mother, where I can be more patient or have more self-control is just, and I have a temper, I do have a temper. So I think it's just those places where God was really showing up in us, and holding the line, helping us hold the line, and letting love lead, always trying to let love lead and see from their perspective. And I'm learning every day. Like I feel like I'm learning every day. I think that's what's really cool about walking and parenting with God, because it's like, if you're really listening or surrendering, then you're going to be blown by that wind, don't you think? I'm sure you experience that to some degree with how you are with the girls.
I think, I mean, I especially as of late, like, you have different seasons you go through with each child. And, our middle child just come out of a season where it was like really pushing boundaries. A lot of heavy meltdown stuff. But I feel like in this season of life I've been in which, like, the last season was like really frustrating. This season is like really I feel the Spirit leading me to like enjoy her and like appreciate her and cherish her. Like, I think that, like, that's the best advice I've ever heard, which is like, just enjoy them. Like, there's so much parenting that happens. It's like, never know if you're doing the right thing.
It's always a sense of like, oh,
probably not.
It's a wrong
like, that's
choice.
A default. Like, probably not doing the right thing, doing the best I can, but like, enjoy them. That's the best advice I've ever heard. It's like, just default position, enjoy them. Let them know they're enjoyed.
Yes.
And so that's like, as of late, it's like, I don't know, they all go through different seasons of personalities and interest and boundary pushing and I feel like, there's sometimes where, like, I feel like the last season of life in this middle child's existence is like where I had to be really, really boundary.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not going to act like that. No, you're not going to do that. No.
Anybody else have a spirited child? This is
just like really intense. And then
there were some battles.
But I've also seen like now in this season, she's like really enjoys especially in light of like looking at her little sister that's like not following the rules, and she does, and she's like, oh, I listened. She didn't listen. Maybe she needs to go in time out, and so there's this, I don't know. There's just the default position is always like, make sure they all get your attention. Make sure they all get equal attention, enjoyment, know that they're loved, know that they're valued, but also there's the other stuff, which is like, you can't, the discipline,
boundaries, the training up, the hard conversations.
Yeah. Because really, it's really interesting, like, even in the midst of like the boundary setting, it's kind of like the boundary setting. It's interesting to look at in light of like the other conversations we're having about sin and sanctification, whatever. Mm-hmm. Because most of the time we're like, I don't care, dude. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm just doing this so you don't end up being a crackhead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes. I'm just doing this so you don't end up as a stripper, like as a father. Just like, I'm just doing this because I'm just supposed to, like, I'm supposed to make you and give you situations in which you are the best to thrive. But really, do I really care? Like, is it really the worst thing that like you didn't share, or the worst thing that you screamed at the top of your lungs? Like, no, it's not. It's just like maintaining order. It's like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do.
In light of sin, and like, it's just like, there's this angle of like, I don't really care. I'm just like doing what I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, I'm talking for a while.
No.
Take over.
I totally. Yeah. I know. And that's where I find it helpful.
Any strippers are out there listening to this, it's probably fine. I'm not trying to body shame any strippers out there or anything.
Oh, Lord. It's a whole nother. But I don't know. Now while I'm thinking about strippers.
Sorry. No, stop. No.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at a shoe. Like, there's a doll shoe on the ground. There's another like top of a toy over here. Yeah. It's like you could just go so anal of like, oh, your stuff's over here and your stuff's over here. And sometimes we do that, and sometimes we're like, you know what? You are children.
Yes.
And you are chaotic.
That's right.
And that's who you are.
This is our safe place for that.
And that is like the iron sharpening iron of me. Yeah. Because you are chaotic, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with your chaos other than
I need to be okay with it.
There's this catch-22 of like, I'm helping you and you're also helping me. Mm-hmm. Right. And my hair is caught in this guitar.
That's okay. It's prophetic.
Happens every time.
It's very prophetic.
But seriously, like that to me, okay, so like dad view is like chaos.
I know.
Central.
Well, they're little. We have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old.
True, but also they're female.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like having a 2-year-old and 5-year-old boy, but I imagine it's different kind of chaos.
That's all I know is boy land. And now I'm experiencing girl land, and that's not anything I ever knew. Mm-hmm. Mm. What that looks like, sounds like, feels like.
But it's surely softening you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, you can't be,
not for long.
Can't do the same bro stuff you do.
No, there's tender little hearts, and little boys have tender hearts, of course. But
true, but there's different priorities. Like boys, there's aggression, and there's identity in power. There's identity in strength. There's identity in manliness and honor, and there's certain things, courage.
Absolutely.
That I know because I'm a man, but I don't know necessarily. I know there's beauty. I know there's value in beauty. I know there's value in like being viewed as beautiful and listened to and paid attention to, and have your attention.
To be cherished.
Seems like attention.
Attention, it translates as just being cherished and being loved and seen and adored. So they flock to you when you come home. Yeah. And that can be frustrating because we're trying to have a conversation, but I'm just like, you know what? These girls, they need their father. Their father's attention just a little bit, fills your cup, and off you go. So it's very, very, very important. Fathers, I mean mothers too, but I think the idea of fathers are like so expendable. Like, well, they're just on the periphery, but it's not true. They're, essential to healthy soul development. So essential.
Yeah. So what would you say? We got 3 girls.
Yeah.
10, 5, and 2. Mm-hmm. So you're, 10 years into raising little people.
Yeah.
Female little people. What have you learned?
Oh, boy. I have learned, I feel like I'm a new person with new every thought. So I've learned so much. I don't know how to answer that.
Well, let's just shut it down.
I've learned to love more. I've learned to love. I'm learning a lot. I mean, especially as
okay, let me ask this.
Feathers growing. Yeah.
You're a female.
I'm a female.
You're raising 3 females.
Right? Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm. Okay. Checking. Yeah.
What has it taught you about?
My pronouns are he, her, he, her, she.
We're just losing subscribers as
what they are. Her. Is that a?
What has it taught you about femininity?
What has it? I've never thought of that. What has it taught me about? Well, I've learned that there really is a thing of putting on fancy dresses. I'll just say, the first one, we watched the Disney princess movies. About 2 years old, she just wanted to be in the dresses. Wanted to dress up, sparkle this. I want to be in rhinestones. I want to be in a dress. I want it all the time. With our second daughter, I never showed her any princess movie ever. Like clockwork. About 2 years old, she's like, I need a tutu. I need that dress. And they just love it. Like, love to dress up, twirl, be seen. Go show daddy what you're wearing, And it hasn't happened yet with our third, although she does like to dress up, but I haven't noticed it as much. So
that's follow suit.
Yeah, she's just in her, she's following. But yeah, so I've learned that being a girl is a real thing, and they love the baby dolls, and they don't care much for trucks. There's been like some phases. One of our daughters is very rough and tumble, so they still love the mud. They still rough and tumble. They still fight. They still wrestle. But there's just a different feminine thing there that I don't think I imposed on them at all. Just sort of sprouted up. So it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
It's good to allow that to be.
It's hard to say. I think, in play devil's advocate. It's hard to say because, they are products of their environment, and they have seen Disney films. But I do think there is some, desire for the female heart. Just like, I think it's written in the DNA. Like. Mm-hmm. Because they're princesses, like that's who they are. Like they're like daughters of the king, So
it's like this thing, like trying to get back to that sense of your identity, maybe
like valued and just like adorned,
in
lavished in love and beauty and
expressing yourself. Yeah. I think it's a lot to do with that too. The clothes, the dresses, like fancy. I want to be fancy. I don't
go to the ball. I want to go to the ball. I want to go to the gala.
Yeah,
the gala.
I want. Yeah.
Which one is it? Gala.
Okay. The gala. I don't know. Yeah, they want to dress up. They want to be seen, and because they're good, and they don't have shame about that. What I'm wearing, what I look like. Not when they're little. It comes later, unfortunately, I've noticed.
I think they have to be told about it.
Yeah.
I think there has to be. I just remember, like, in middle school, I never thought anything about what I wore. And then in middle school, all of a sudden, it's public school, all of a sudden there was like a thing of just like people had opinions about my like choice of clothes. And who knows, like, you know, seems like that is more of a product of pop culture and whatever they see on TV or movies or whatever.
Judgment.
And then peer pressure around, you know, our children are homeschooled, so their immediate circle of influences are other homeschooled families that share our values.
Yeah, it's very sheltered.
Yeah, to a degree.
Because of that, though.
Yeah.
I think sheltered from in a good way. I think sheltered in a good way.
They just have parents that share our values. They don't have, you know, they're not.
Oh, sure.
They're not so inclined to be motivated by what they see on TV necessarily, or like, I don't know. There's not to say they don't watch TV, but the what they see on TV is filtered through us, as opposed to filtered through a teacher and a number of other peers whose parents may or may not share our values, which is fine. But you know, that's just not that's not the environment.
You want to soak into them. They can be exposed to certain things, but you don't want to like saturate and soak your children in values that are counter to the values that you carry and are trying to instill in them that you know bring life. You know.
Well, you know, not everybody gets to homeschool their kids, and some people have, you know, some families have 2 jobs, and so they could, and so, you know, they can if they're influenced by any number of things, I think the most important thing is that it comes ultimately filters back through mommy and daddy. Just like, this is what you're learning, this is what you're hearing, this is what you're seeing, and I'm going to help you take all that and shape it into a worldview that reflects the values in our family value, and then, you know, and then they get to take that and do what they will. You know, it's ultimately on them. It's like, here's what you know, there's a lot of we talk, like in our family. We don't do that. We don't do X, Y, Z. Why? Because these are the things we value. And then they get to take that information and go like, well, I'm either going to play that game or I'm not. Like, I'm going to listen to what mommy and daddy have to say, or I'm going to go like, no, what about this other stuff, you know? Which I did plenty of that.
Sure. Yeah. I think that, yeah. Yeah. I know some amazing families who they send their children to public school. They just also happen to really be amazing Christ-centered parents and are very particular about what they expose them to, you know, whether it be video games or movies or friend groups. And so they're just wonderful children. I mean, they're all wonderful children, but there's no, you know, I think most parents in this culture are just seeing the disaster scattered around. Like, you know, like there's a disaster in certain school systems. There's a disaster in the media that people are ingesting. There's disaster with the phone thing. There's just a lot of dangers and like just culturally. And so I think that everybody is trying to avoid that, trying to make better choices, trying to protect their children more than ever, because it just seems like darkness is being exposed everywhere. And so whether you have to send your kids to school or not, you can still instill in them, protect them however you can,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're in a world, and there's all kinds of stuff in the world. Yeah. And at some point, you can protect them as long as you can. At some point, they're going to be exposed to the things in the world. Mm-hmm. And they're either going to be caught off guard, or they're going to have some sort of like little nugget that came from mommy and daddy that helps me understand this thing that I just got exposed to, as opposed to like, Bobby and Judy who told me, it's either them who tells me about the world or mommy and daddy that tells me about the world, which hopefully comes from the Lord and wisdom from the Lord. Mm-hmm. And so when I am exposed to XYZ, the voice I hear in my head is mommy and daddy that says, this is what this is. These are the choices you have to make. And you, as an autonomous, free-willed person who's been raised to have good character, all these things, like, this is how you respond.
We've done our job.
Cut to you as a free will.
Yeah, we've done his best. And we're praying at home.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Like, it's on you, individual, child, person, like, the decision you're going to make. And that's all we can do is prep them for that.
And we better do a good job doing that, though. That's kind of better. Like you're saying, the pressure of being
do your best. And like, my parents did good, but I still did, all kinds of stuff.
But here you are as well.
Here I am also.
Here you are.
Well, and that's the rub of
we all make mistakes.
That's the grace element of like, doing your best and then watching your children make any number of decisions, I'm just referring to myself, like watching my parents watching me make any number of decisions and going like, please, Jesus, don't let him die, like, or whatever. Like, all you can do is all you can do. And then it's on the child and then the grace of God. I don't know how it all works. 'Cause, there's also parents who lose children. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me, that's like the most harrowing aspect of it all is like, you could do at your absolute best and your child could still, they could die. They could develop something. They could unexpectedly, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a very vulnerable thing.
I've seen all of that.
Becoming a parent.
Across, you don't get to apply any sort of like, well, they, all the things that people apply, like we talked about before, like who sinned,
Oh yeah. But yeah, I know.
I guess what comes to mind is like, just like, worship leader from Bethel whose child died at like 2 or 3, just gone.
Yeah.
Just like that, I have friends that had a daughter and had cancer and, just gone. And they go through a whole season of life really painful and then it's just gone. And like, that's just that. Like, that's also a part of the equation. Like, what are you gonna say?
No, yeah, being a parent, yeah. Oh,
yeah. The moment they come into the world is also the moment that you could possibly lose something that really means the world to you.
It's a wonderful. I mean, it's the greatest honor, but also it's very, scary because all the things you just said. Tragedy could happen, but also at some point they're going to leave the nest and make their own choices. But I take comfort in knowing that this is not the end. Our hope is in our resurrection, the resurrection and the new heaven and the new earth. And that is not a fantasy. That is a real thing that's going to happen. And so no matter what, I mean, you still have to walk through life every day, but
that's the nice, that's the promise.
Yeah, and it's our hope, and our hope doesn't disappoint. So, in regards to that, that's our hope. That's the only hope we have for tragedy like that. As parents, I can't imagine. I pray for you. I pray for those children out there who are missing or been taken. I pray for those children. I look forward to a world where that's not a thing. And that's why it's very important to be a good parent. That's why it's very important to be a parent at all, to take on this wonderful role and to, do your very best, however you are.
I think overall, seems like there's potentially a messaging or a movement to say that, like, get your career done, pursue your career, and then it takes priority over having kids in some sort of ideology that, like, the kids take away.
You'll do this first, and then we'll have kids.
And then you get a whole bunch of people in their 40s who can't have kids, and they're sad and alone. And
what a crock! What a crock! And it's just coming from somebody who, like I said, I didn't want to have kids. I just want to be a career lady. Now I know that's not the right. Not to say you can't have a career, like that's awesome, but like the treasure that the Lord has, I think that we're learning is that it's found in this beautiful relationship of getting to be a mom and a dad and a father, a mother. Yeah,
well, it's just, and there's just like the treasure. There's kingdom treasure. There's like worldly treasure, which is like, how we measure our bank account or our career advances, and then there's kingdom treasure, which is like character development.
People,
and there's a whole different way to measure value in life. And the more you're focused on career and money, mammon, if you will, greed, whatever these types of, you could have kids and miss it. Like, there's been seasons of my life where I was so focused on whatever my career did or didn't look like, and like my kids are just like starving for my attention. I'm just like not there, not present. Why? Because I got to figure this out. And there's just so much more. There's just like, you could have no money and have the joy and relationship and beauty of these individuals that every day bring magic to your life. And there's something there, I think there's just something there that people need to hear, of just like, of all, there's all the stuff, there's all the like sleepless nights, there's all of the
sacrifice,
wearing of your, but like none of that,
it's a lot.
It pales in comparison to the value of these little people that are full people, like universes in and of themselves, who like really look at you and are just looking to be enjoyed and loved, and you have an opportunity to die to yourself, look at them, enjoy them, and also it's like they're asking something of you that's like the key, the secret key to it all, which is like, slow down, stop being in a hurry.
Totally.
Like, they're like the little, they're like, they actually, I remember there was some, like when Feather was young, I put her to bed one night, and I'm laying in bed, and she's next to me, and I'm, it's always like this, like, go to bed so I can get on with what I'm doing. And so, we're laying in bed, and then all of a sudden I feel this like little hand on my face. And there's like this inclination of just like, all right, go to bed, go to sleep. But there's this other thing that's like, be present. Enjoy, and that's what they're doing. It's like, that's what they're bringing. It's like this awareness of like, slow down, daddy, mommy.
It's okay.
Yes.
Get outside of yourself.
Nothing lost by participating in the slow enjoyment of the chaos and the wild nature of.
Yeah, let it go.
Also just the childlike, there's something, we're children of God, and children help to remind us of that play, aspect of play, so much of their play, if you're locked into adulthood can be so offensive to your
You need
mindset.
a healthy balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
But it can help to bring that back in balance of just like not taking things so seriously, enjoying and play. And
those are the gifts of parenting, huh?
Yeah. What does the Bible talk about? Like, you have a quiver. You have kids, you have a quiver full of air. It was like so much metaphor there of just like, a quiver full of arrows. Like, you have just blessed, You're blessed, you're equipped, you have, there is, I don't know. However you're told that it's not a blessing or that it's taxing or whatever. Sure. Any number of things that the daily thing tells you that you're, this other thing you should be doing. Like, there's nothing more valuable than enjoying your kids, being blessed by your kids, laying your life down for your kids. Also, it's just like that's just like the gospel. Mm-hmm. That's the gospel. It's like God so loved the world that he laid down his life for his kids. Mm-hmm. That's the gospel.
Now you get to do that.
It's also marriage. It's also like Ephesians, like husbands, lay down your life for your wives. That's the foundation of the whole thing. Like, lay down your life. Yeah. Lay down your life.
And you think you might think you're gonna lose something, and it might feel like that.
Can't lose anything.
But you just actually gain everything, which is like what you're talking about. Like, wow, I just sort of surrendered to this moment with my kid in the bed with her hand on my face. And I really wanted to get over here because I want to watch something or chill. It's been a hard day. And then you surrender to it and melt into a moment of like, I'm so loved and God is so here and my heart is full. That's all you have.
That's all you have.
Yeah.
All you have.
And they're there with you forever.
Now moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that really cool theologian Baxter Kruger, he talks, I love the way he talks about it, but he says, he talks about these people. He's like, we rush away from these children or these, but we're going to be with them for eternity. Like, eternity, like forever. Like how much, it's so important. It's so important. Like, they'll always be there. These relationships are going to last forever. And so we should cherish them and protect them and value them and keep them healthy and not, it hurts. It hurts as a child to just be shooed all the time or as, even, we get to love Jesus through serving our family and loving our kids. Yeah.
Well, and also, like, you only get them for a short while. Mm-hmm. At some point, they don't want to be held and enjoyed.
True.
They're like, I'm good, mom and dad. And all of the songs and all the wisdom you hear is like, you're gonna want these. They're gonna want all this back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These are the cherished times that you wish you could have back at some point, and so it's important to enjoy them, and we're experts at it.
I'm just learning. I'm learning. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just learning every day how much better I could do.
Me too.
Anyways, that was a good one. That was a good. I don't know how long we've gone, but that was a good one.
It's a very important one.
Yeah.
I would say stay strong. Parents out there, stay strong, because sometimes it can be really hard too. And sometimes we can be really weak in our flesh, or, we can feel selfish or feel like complaining or everything, but stay strong. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. So stay happy, stay joyful, playful like that child, and stay strong, because what an amazing thing you're doing, for humanity, for all of us. and how important you are. I feel like we live in a culture that really just doesn't value family, mothers, fathers. It's kind of been shredded. And so like it's belittled, like the man's success is, he's got to have all this money or a really great resume. And the same thing for mom, but same thing for a mom. And so like the idea of like just living simple, humble lives and raising beautiful families and valuing them, like that's like somehow lesser, or it's like ignorant, or it's like not good enough, or, like it's looked down on, like, well, that's just this, like it's everything. It's like, that's what's going to change the world, like for the better. It's going to shift cultures and nations, and it's going to change everything when people can do like what you're saying, like just slow down and be good parents, and just this is what I'm doing with my hands. They're together, like come together and put that first. And then, it's just so important and beautiful.
Yep. I think family is the truth of it all. The truth of the kingdom, truth, foundation. What we understand about the Trinity is this relational family entity that we're all knitted into. And that's like, it's what it is.
Yeah.
That's at the root of it all.
Yeah.
And most of what we see of trauma and pain is lack of family, alone, isolation, orphan spirit, like whatever physical things manifest in people's lives is like, I'm out. I don't belong anywhere. I am been damaged by the family. And like, it's so foundational. I just received a great nugget of wisdom from a friend who's in-law friend of my friend's in-law. He's a great man of wisdom and musician, and he said, the greatest honor a woman can have is to be a mother, and the greatest honor that a man can have is to be a father. And these are things that, like, they are poo-pooed in culture.
Yeah.
So belittled, so not even, and...
Yeah. Where are our heroes, our mom, dad heroes? They're not there.
No, they're not rewarded. They're not celebrated. They're not anything. It's just fame, money, success, career, accolade. And so it's easy to think like, I'm just like, whatever, little old nothing. But like in the kingdom, God views motherhood, fatherhood as the highest honor. The Bible says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. So whatever we think is first and last is obviously reversed. And I just think there's a great, I think mothers they got a few notches on the dads because they're just far more, they just have more of a servant heart. But like there's just something there of just like, of all the things we could do in this world, mothering and fathering is the most important. And that includes people not necessarily immediate family, like of just like helping, growing, guiding, discipling.
Spiritual mothers and spiritual fathers. Yes.
Of people. Just like, ultimately it has to do with the same thing, which is kingdom family. Just like the bringing in.
Yeah.
The Bible uses the metaphor of shepherding because that's how they thought of it. Would have been pretty well understood in a culture where shepherding is the thing. But like bringing in, gathering, growing, moving, and it's just like this togetherness. Togetherness. Just like you belong. And your effort to communicate that to an individual as a mother or father of your own children and others. Like you belong, you're a child of God, and that effort of just like daily pouring into that individual and saying, this is your identity. I'm gonna remind you of that identity every day. You know? Yeah. No small thing.
No.
Some of those recipients push back more than others.
You just got to keep doing it.
Yeah. So anyways.
It's a good place to end it.
Yeah. Parenthood. Could be. Could be, mother and father in a family. Could also just be dedication to kingdom individuals. It's important.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because as adults, we still need mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't have the best mother or father or spiritual mother or father. God has designated you one, or will bring one into your life, or for you to be one. And just love and take care of. And help. We're a family. One big happy family.
Alrighty.
Bless you. Get some sleep, Mom. Try.
We're going to sleep now.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. See you on the next one.